You allow him to ruffle your feathers, brother. Let's keep it real. My brother.
I talk about swirling a lot, and I think that a lot of
my brother
people may not understand. They think that this is just about people choosing to love who they want to love and people choosing to date who they want to date.
Into your emotions and into your feelings.
Ghost and Black said, how can you be a bad witch while he's professing his love for cave hoes? That's what I'm saying. These are the people who follow him. And I want y'all to know that he referenced also Brother POLIGHT, who a number of different black men also follow. And this dude is supposed to be married to 3 different black women, but all you see him putting all over social media is himself in photos with different white women. So I think people don't understand this is very dangerous. This is a black man saying that he is willing to physically harm a black woman in honor of TARIQ and his desire to be with white women. That is what he's saying. So for most of these dusty beta males, their every response to anything is not with intellect. It's about hair and makeup. I literally long for the day when someone will challenge a talking point. I long for the day when someone will challenge a talking point. But so far, people only talk about hair and makeup. He doesn't like criticism from black people, but when white people criticize him, when white people call him race hustlers, when white people call him ex-pimps, when white people call him and criticize all of his work, what does he do? He'd have discussions with them. He referred to them as sir and ma'am, and he's very docile and he's very submissive. That's just the reality. You would never see any of these black dudes going after white people like they do black women. You would never see them doing that. When have you ever seen any one of these black men going after white people who criticize them or so-called take shots at them? When do they do that? They don't do that. They bow down to these white people. Anything I said in the video wasn't even denied. It wasn't even denied. Defamation and slander rest on lies. That is the foundation of it. It's called lying. You're fabricating information to mess up somebody's reputation. If I'm sitting in a video and saying all these things and he's not denying it, at all, that means you have no case. You can't countersue for that. You can't countersue for somebody pointing out facts and going over what you said and criticizing your work. You don't get a countersue for that. That's not a countersue. There's no claim of that. There's nothing that anybody would be able to prove because I don't lie. I haven't lied on anybody. These are things that are on social media that's subject to the criticism of everyone. And if you didn't want your stuff on social media being criticized, you shouldn't put it on there. You shouldn't have. That's just the reality of it is. But talking about hair and makeup is not a new concept. And the only people who counter arguments with talk of hair and makeup are black men. You really don't see any other men countering criticism with hair or makeup. How many times have y'all seen Donald Trump respond to his criticism with, well, white women get lip injections and Botox and they're bleaching their hair blonde? Really? Like nobody would take, like, do you know where white men would be if they countered every argument with hair and makeup? That's why black men are still being dominated by white men and white men are still ruling, because black men are talking about hair, makeup, tampons, and other women's accessories while white men are over there figuring out how to dominate them. Again, the only men that I see talking about hair and makeup is homosexual men and black men. That means I'm smarter than you. When you have to counter real contradictions, it's like, okay, well, what about, that's fine, we all know I wear weave and makeup. What about you saying you were raised the European flag in the bedroom? What about you telling black women to go get abortions so there won't be single mothers? What about you implying that white women are better fit to raise children than black women? What about those though? It's like, that's fine that I wear weave. Okay, I wear weave. Okay, what about all those things that you said though? What about your contradictions? What about the fact that you have that white woman living in your home? And the funny thing is I could probably get a white supremacist male on my channel and debate him, and he's not even going to bring up hair and makeup. He might even be remedial, he might lack intellect, but he's not even going to bring up hair and makeup. He's actually going to try to refute the talking points that I did. Case in point, there was a white supremacist male a while back who asked me, and understand, Jesse Lee Peterson didn't even resort. Jesse Lee Peterson is not smart. He didn't even resort to talking about hair and makeup. At least he tried to bring some kind of intellectual argument to the situation. But you got people who sit there and claim that they're smart, claim that their debating game is on point, but then they argue against facts with talk of hair and makeup. Like, really? let me show you why this is a problem. Because these people who swirl are not for the community. They're not. They're just nothing about them that's for the community. This is why swirling has been legalized in general. Swirling has been legalized in general, and they're promoting it because they already know how destructive it is to the black community, and they already know how beneficial it is to the white community, specifically with the males in our community. Because your men, if your men are out fighting for your oppressor's woman, they're not going to fight the oppressor. That's just the reality of what it is. And I think people don't understand swirling is a bigger issue than you might think. So everybody already know the whole drama and everything going on with TARIQ or whatever. So there's been a number of his followers who have been stalking all of my social media accounts. They're in my comment sections of my videos. I got on Instagram, and there was one of them that sent me a direct message, okay? He sent me a DM on Instagram, and this is one of his followers. And I just want to show you the tweets that he sent me, okay? And these are literally screenshots of the tweet. This is who he is. So he said, "You need to stop talking about what black men and white women do together. They are a sexual option for us, and you need to just accept it. Black men deserve white women after all they did to us. One day, they will be ours anyway." Okay, so he's saying that one day, the white man's white woman will be for black men. Then he said, "There will come a day where you will have to share a black man and a household with a white woman. Black men are tired of hiding our desires." Now, I want to point out something, because this is coming from a black man. So, again, people can say that these swirlers and these dusty beta males and plantation bucks don't represent them, but he is speaking on behalf of black men. I want people to notice that he's speaking on behalf of black men. He said, "Black men are tired of hiding our desires. You can accept it or let the white woman take your spot." I'm getting into the idea of polygamy and learning from teachers like Brother POLIGHT. I'm going to have me a black wife and bring a white girl in as my second wife. Like it or not, black men aren't giving up white women. You can be her sister wife or go bedwench with white zaddy, like TARIQ says. Then he said, "As long as black men stay on code, it doesn't matter who we date and have sex with." Then he followed up by saying, "Don't put TARIQ's name in your mouth or text anymore. End of discussion, because you about to get yourself touched." So these are his messages that he sent me, okay? Now, here's my thing. You have a black man in here talking about as long as they on code, it doesn't matter who they have sex with, right? How is getting in the inbox of a black woman, threatening a black woman over another man, while you sit up here and defend and give me this pathetic story about how much you love white women and how much y'all deserve white women? How is that staying on code? Ghost and Black said, "How can you be a bad witch while he's professing his love for cave hoes?" That's what I'm saying. These are the people who follow him. And I want y'all to note that he referenced also Brother POLIGHT, who a number of different black men also follow. And this dude is supposed to be married to 3 different black women, but all you see him putting all over social media is himself in photos with different white women. So I think people don't understand this is very dangerous. This is a black man saying that he is willing to physically harm a black woman in honor of TARIQ and his desire to be with white women. That is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. And my thing of it is how many other dudes do you think have the same mindset? Mrs. Unknown said, "Men like this are a lost cause, can't defend or march or give respect and submit to these men when they clearly do not care about changing the system of white supremacy." Why is this dude not in George Zimmerman's inbox telling him he's about to get himself touched? Why is he not in Richard Spencer's inbox telling him he's about to get touched? Why isn't he in the inbox of that white supremacist who just snatched up a little black boy in Texas so that they could torture him and hang him? Why is he not in their inbox telling them they're about to get touched? They start this narrative of, "Oh, she's anti-black male." No, I'm not anti-black male. I'm anti-black male swirlers. That's what I am. I'm anti-plantation bug, because these are people who have a treasonous mentality and they care nothing about the black community. And they're the reason why they're gravitating to that man. They're the reason they're gravitating to him. And it's not because he's truly trying to build up the black family. Because if you had a person, if anybody who was really trying to build up the black family, number one, they wouldn't promote interracial dating. That's just the reality of what it is. So if you have a bunch of men flocking to this man, and these men are of the mentality that white women are a reward to them for everything that they've gone through. Because I want to go back to this so y'all can, because I want y'all to really understand what this dude is over here saying. Okay, he's saying that as a reward, as recompense for Jim Crow, slavery, mass incarceration, and all of those, white women are their prize. He said black men deserve white women after all they did to us. One day they will be ours anyway. This is why I told you guys, most of these men are not interested in fighting white supremacy. They're not interested in ending mass incarceration. They're not interested in ending police brutality. They're interested in getting white women. That's what they're interested in. This dude right here, he's speaking for all black men. He's not saying a swirling black men. He said black men are tired of hiding our desires. Now, tell me why you're going to have a bunch of dudes who are far more pissed that I'm exposing this than they are that this man who's sitting up here saying that black men deserve white women and one day they'll be ours anyway. Chris said he was put out here to distract us, a pimp, producer, author, director, and singer. I believe there's probably some merit to that, because allegedly he has an extensive criminal record. So right there, that means you need to hustle the black community in order to make money in order to eat. Like I said, allegedly he had a very extensive criminal history. So getting a regular job or anything, that wouldn't work. So he needs to hustle the black community. And in order to do that, what he needs to do is co-sign all of these swirlers. Because the reality is, you think he don't know that most of these dudes are not going to change? So, but this is what he's out here saying. As long as black men stay on code, it doesn't matter who we date and have sex with. But he just sit there and said that basically white women are their reparations. White women are their reward for everything that they went through. All those plantation rapes, all those buck breakings, all of the Willie Lynch, 400 years of slavery, extracting resources out of the community, drug epidemics, rapes of their women, Jim Crow lynchings, all of that, their black men are being rewarded for all of that by being given a white woman. Now, they're cowardly in the face of other races of men. They're cowardly in the face of other races of men, but they can sit in my DM box and make threats. And then he's referencing POLIGHT too. How many black men follow POLIGHT? How many black men follow POLIGHT like they're in a cult? As he sits up here and talk about black empowerment and being with black women, but every time you see a picture of him on social media, he's hugged up on some white women. Quality Lifestyle said, how can you call yourself a man while being submissive and passive in the face of white men? You can't, and the world sees it. Golden Black said, how can you be a bad witch while he's professing his love for cave hoes? That's what I'm saying. These are the people who follow him. And I want y'all to know that he referenced also Brother POLIGHT, who a number of different black men also follow. And this dude is supposed to be married to 3 different black women, but all you see him putting all over social media is himself in photos with different white women. So I think people don't understand this is very dangerous. This is a black man saying that he is willing to physically harm a black woman in honor of TARIQ and his desire to be with white women. That is what he's saying. And then he's referencing POLIGHT too. How many black men follow POLIGHT? How many black men follow POLIGHT like they're in a cult? As he sits up here and talk about black empowerment and being with black women, but every time you see a picture of him on social media, he's hugged up on some white women.
Cynthia G, I don't know if she wants attention. Y'all see, I've left that woman alone for years. I've left Cynthia G alone. She's been just on and on talking about me. She makes little fake accounts. She gets up in the chat room. You know, we know it's you, Cynthia. I mean, she's been doing this for the longest. Cynthia, just leave me alone, beloved. Hold on. Am I freezing? Hold on. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Why is my computer acting so fucking janky, man? Hold on. Let me get in the chat room with you guys. But with Cynthia G, man, I've given this woman so many passes. You know, with that whole shit going on with my former employee, that little slick shit she tried to do then. You understand? And to be honest, I've given her a pass for a long time because I've low-key felt sorry for Cynthia G. I low-key felt sorry for her because Cynthia, when you look at Cynthia G, she looks like, and I'm being very real, looks like she has some form of cancer or something. And I'm not even being facetious when I say that. When you take a good look at Cynthia G, it looks like she might have cancer or something. That's one of the reasons why I haven't really got on it, because I felt a little bad for her. Because Cynthia has no hair. It's not like she has short hair. If you take a good look at Cynthia G, she has no hair. I mean, her edges are just gone. There are no edges. That's not even a weave. That's a wig. That's one of the reasons I haven't gone in on it. It looked like she's going through chemotherapy. It looks like, really, she looks sickly. And I don't want to go in on nobody sickly. But that's one of the reasons why I haven't really attacked Cynthia like that. I've let her talk her shit. But it's clear that she's going through some kind of chemo. Your head don't get that fucking ball on its own. That's radiation taking your fucking hair off. She has no eyebrows, and that's why the makeup is so gratuitous. I mean, this is Cynthia right here. Now look at the makeup. It's just insane. She looks like she's been embalmed. And that wig. I mean, that's not a wig of a healthy person. That's the kind of wig when you go get radiation at the hospital and they have some donated wigs from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and that's what they give you. So she has a Make-A-Wish Foundation wig. She looks half dead. Poor thing. I'm not going to go in on somebody who's sickly. She's clearly sickly. You don't walk around with a wig like that and you in good health, looking like motherfucking Cheddar Man, the Neanderthal. Come on. You look like a prehistoric hood rat. I mean, give me a break. The edges are gone. Look at the edges. Her edges are hibernating like a baby bear. Come on now. Now, Cynthia, if I need to make a GoFundMe to get you a decent fucking lace front, I know you have no hair, but we can go get you some good glue from the Philippines. I heard it'll stick to people's scalp who's been through radiation. I'll help you. But you don't have to keep making bullshit videos. I'll help you. I mean, that's not a healthy person right there. And the thing is with Cynthia, she's a disgruntled bedwench. See, she talks this white supremacy, this and that, and then starts shitting on brothers. So she's a disgruntled hood rat. She's a disgruntled bedwench. Because probably her cancer kicked in and she couldn't go out here and trick it off with Zaddy like she wanted to. You understand? And that's where she's mad. Zaddy ain't fucking with her no more. You know, because Zaddy wants to ghetto gag her. He can't ghetto gag her with that synthetic fucking Make-A-Wish Foundation wig. The wig keeps slipping off. She can't strap that wig on good enough for Zaddy. You understand? Now she's definitely a bedwench. I mean, she's made videos talking about laying up with Zaddy. Hold on, let me see. There's a video of her. You understand? So we need to start cutting folks up out the game, man. Folks coming with the bullshit. Where's the video of her caping for Zaddy? Okay, this is her right here. Hold on. Hold on.
The event when I did entertain a white man, he was paying me to do it. I don't walk out the house for a white person unless some money is involved.
Let me see if I can put this video back up. Hold on.
The event when I did entertain a white man, he was paying me to do it. I don't walk out the house for a white person unless some money is involved.
Okay. Well, let me play it. Let me play the audio of it. You dig? Let me play the audio of her. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Hold on one second. Let me play the audio of her admitting to doing a little bedwenching, but she tried to justify it. Hold on. Hold on. This is her trying to justify her bedwenching.
The event when I did entertain a white man, he was paying me to do it. I don't walk out the house for a white person unless some money is involved.
So she said when she was dealing with a white person, they were paying her for it. Okay, well, you're trying to justify your bedwenching. All right. So she's a disgruntled bedwench. She was messing with the white dudes, but, well, she was getting money for it. Okay, that's fine. Well, Zaddy could have got you a better fucking wig. That's what Zaddy could have did. Zaddy could have went to the mall and got you a better fucking wig than that. You dig? You didn't even get that shit from Sally's Beauty Supply. You got that shit at a Chinese takeout and they were selling weaves on the side. You didn't even go to a legitimate beauty supply store. You got that shit from a swap meet where they were doing taxes and tattoos and they had a booth where they were selling extra wigs and car air fresheners. That's what you got. You didn't even get that wig from a legitimate store. You know how you go get your car washed and they be selling extra shit? You got your wig from the extra shit bin at the car wash. Your wig was next to some Armor All. Your wig just happened to be incidentally sold somewhere. I refuse to believe a legitimate beauty supply store sold you that fucking wig. I refuse. You won that wig in a lottery. There was a church bingo game / lottery and you won. And they gave you that wig as the second prize. My God. Leave me the fuck alone, Cynthia. My Lord. But the thing is, Cynthia, you keep trying to, from what I understand, she keeps trying to play videos of me talking about Brooke Hogan. Y'all know back in the day, you know, I would make these jokes about fucking Brooke Hogan. There was a whole spiel that I was doing, how I'm going to take Brooke Hogan to the Soul Train Awards. So people know what it is. See, the thing about you, sweetheart, the thing about you, dear, you think that black people are stupid. And that's the problem. Got a lot of black folks out here who think that other black people are the dumb ones. And you can just say anything, and black people are supposed to believe it. You understand? That's where you mess up. This is why black folks don't respect you. They know when somebody's trying to run a con game on them and trying to sit up here and play a video of me talking about fucking Brooke Hogan, which people knew what that was. People know what the fuck I was talking about. They know the context of it. People are not dumb. You don't talk down to black folks. That's you questioning the intelligence of black society. That's why nobody's biting on that. That's why nobody really took that and said, oh, damn, I gotta stop fucking with your read. Nobody took that stupid shit seriously. But the thing is, you did some real bedwenching. But Cynthia, you can't stand brothers. You can't stand brothers. And we can see it. You don't like brothers. You don't like black men. And the thing is, you don't like black men, but you mad at Zaddy. You mad at white Zaddy for not caping hard enough for you. And once you started going through your cancer treatments, white Zaddy stopped fucking with you. You dig? You couldn't go out there and hang with white Zaddy like you could. And brothers ain't really fucking with you. You dig? I've seen some of your modeling pics, beloved. I ain't gonna post your modeling pics on here. I'm not here to fully embarrass you like that. That ass was a little narrow. You didn't have no ass, and brothers ain't trying to fuck with a motherfucker with a cheddar man wig and no ass. So it was Zaddy to the rescue, but then Zaddy stopped fucking with you, so you got bent out of shape. You understand? But beloved, if I need to help you, just ask for help. I'll help you. I will Does she have a PayPal? Does Cynthia G have a PayPal? I'm going to give you a makeover. That's how much I want to see you rise. I'm in your corner. I want to see you rise. And I'm willing to give you a makeover. I put a little money on your little PayPal, a Patreon page, or whatever you have. I put something on it. I put something on it to get you a nice, good, decent fucking weave from Sally's Beauty Supply. I get you a nice, good bundle and upgrade you on me. I give you a free upgrade. You understand? What's her Patreon? Do y'all have a link to her Patreon? I know she got a Patreon page or something. I know she got a Patreon page. Because we're going to get you right. I'm going to get you right. You know what I'm going to do for you, Cynthia G? I'm going to call my brother Jermaine Jackson and find out what type of spray he used for his edges, because I'm going to send you a big batch of that. I'm going to send you some Jermaine Jackson edge spray on me. And I'm going to send you a Mink Slide t-shirt. I'm going to throw that in there too. Don't act like a nigga ain't never done nothing for you.
And then he's referencing POLIGHT too. How many black men follow POLIGHT? How many black men follow POLIGHT like they're in a cult? As he sits up here and talk about black empowerment and being with black women, but every time you see a picture of him on social media, he's hugged up on some white women.